In an interview with GQ magazine, Taehyung answered a question about which word attracted him most with a very direct response: "I think loving someone because they're cute is what attracts me the most." He explained that this means when you find someone beautiful, you feel love for that person, and that love makes them seem even more beautiful to you. It's an idea where two feelings help each other grow stronger. Taehyung also mentioned that hearing "you're cute" is one of the best compliments you can receive. His words were spoken with great confidence, as if he were talking about something he knows very well and that is an important part of his life. What's most interesting is that Taehyung chose to discuss this specific topic in an interview called Heart to Heart, a title that speaks volumes about the kind of conversation he wanted to have. When he talks about loving someone because they're cute, he doesn't say it as just any idea, but with a certainty that shows he's describing something real in his life. His eyes shone with a special light as he spoke these words, and his voice softened, like someone sharing a deep secret. When Taehyung talks about finding someone cute and falling in love with them, it's natural to think of JUNGKOOK, who has always been present during the most important moments of his life. It doesn't take much imagination to understand who Taehyung was referring to, as his behavior around JUNGKOOK has always been different. The way his gaze softens when JUNGKOOK is near, how he smiles unconsciously when JUNGKOOK enters a room, and the special attention he gives him even in crowded places are details everyone has noticed. What makes this connection between Taehyung and JUNGKOOK so special is that it's not something new, it's been there for many years. Since they were very young, they've shared moments that demonstrate how close they are. They support each other through thick and thin, protect each other when things go wrong, and celebrate every achievement together. This relationship has grown with them, becoming stronger and deeper over time. Taehyung has never tried to hide how important JUNGKOOK is in his life. On the contrary, he has always given clear signs that their relationship is real and meaningful. In the interview, Taehyung didn't say JUNGKOOK's name directly, but his words were clearly directed at him. When he mentions that being seen as cute is the best, he's talking about how he feels being seen by JUNGKOOK, who has always expressed how much he admires and cares for him. This relationship isn't a forced idea or something that only appears at certain times, but a constant feeling that can be seen in how they always interact. The way they understand each other without needing to speak, how they complement each other in everything they do, and the comfort they feel when they're together demonstrate that their love is genuine. They don't need to constantly say it because their actions speak for them every day. Taehyung and JUNGKOOK were recently spotted at a Japanese restaurant called Sakabar, where they shared a plate of kadaf shrimp tempura. During their meal, many observers noticed something interesting: the way they interacted with each other. This detail reminded people of a previous conversation BTS had about peeling perilla leaves for someone else. In Korea, helping someone peel shrimp or perilla leaves is considered a special gesture of affection. This act shows that you care and that you're willing to do a boring or difficult task for someone you care about. In Korean culture, when someone peels shrimp for another person, it's not just a simple favor. It's a clear sign that that person is important to you. JUNGKOOK has said before that he doesn't like peeling shrimp for anyone, but it seems he would make an exception for Taehyung. On the other hand, Taehyung doesn't usually share his utensils with others, but he doesn't mind JUNGKOOK using his fork when they eat together. These small details show how differently they behave with each other compared to how they act with other people. Taehyung and JUNGKOOK's relationship has been consistent over the years. They have always shown that they prioritize each other. For example, when they are in interviews or on television programs, they often look at each other, support each other, or protect each other naturally. These actions are not forced or planned, they simply happen because their connection is genuine. Over time, they have shown that their bond is unique and strong, and that they would be willing to do many things for each other without hesitation. Their choice of restaurant for their date is also significant. Sakabar is a cozy and romantic place, and they chose to sit at a table near the window where they could be easily seen. This shows that they don't care if others see them together because they aren't doing anything wrong. They don't feel the need to hide when they go out, which suggests that they are comfortable with their relationship regardless of what others might think. This self-confidence and trust in their bond is admirable and shows that they value their connection above outside opinions. The caring gestures between Taehyung and JUNGKOOK are evident in many everyday situations. They aren't limited to peeling shrimp or sharing utensils, but also extend to how they support each other during difficult times. For example, when one of them is tired or stressed, the other is usually there to cheer them up or help them carry the burden. This kind of constant support demonstrates that their relationship goes beyond a conventional friendship and is based on a deep understanding of each other's needs without the need for words. The way Taehyung and JUNGKOOK relate has evolved naturally over the years they've spent together as members of BTS. From their trainee days to becoming global superstars, they've maintained a special connection that only seems to strengthen with time. The details of their interactions, like the gesture of peeling shrimp or the comfort of sharing utensils, are small hints of a much deeper relationship that doesn't need labels to be real. What matters is that they have both found in each other someone with whom they can be completely authentic and receive the unconditional support that everyone needs in their life. Over the years, BTS fans have witnessed a very particular dynamic between JUNGKOOK and Taehyung, one that deserves close analysis. The first thing that stands out is the way they communicate with their eyes. When they're in interviews, at concerts, or simply behind the scenes, their eyes constantly meet, as if a private channel exists between them. This eye contact isn't momentary or casual, it lasts for seconds, showing a comfort and understanding that transcends ordinary friendship. What's most remarkable is that this characteristic remains the same regardless of the place or situation, whether in a packed stadium or in the privacy of their bedroom. The consistency of this pattern over so many years is an objective fact that anyone can verify simply by observing their interactions in official videos and unedited content. Another fundamental aspect is the constant physical contact between them. Taehyung and JUNGKOOK touch each other naturally and frequently, whether by hugging, holding hands, or simply brushing shoulders as they pass by. What's interesting is that JUNGKOOK doesn't show the same level of physical closeness with the other members so spontaneously. With Taehyung, physical contact seems to be his natural state, something that happens without a second thought. On shows like Run BTS and Bon Voyage, we've seen how JUNGKOOK instinctively seeks Taehyung's closeness, snuggling up to him when he's tired or automatically looking for him in a group. This physical preference is constant and has remained since the group's inception, demonstrating that it's not a temporary or circumstantial behavior, but a stable characteristic of their relationship. The caring gestures between them are another important piece of evidence. Taehyung is known for being very protective of JUNGKOOK, and this is demonstrated in specific actions like fixing his hair before performances, bundling him up when it's cold, or simply looking out for his well-being in stressful situations. For his part, JUNGKOOK shows a healthy emotional dependence on Taehyung, seeking his approval and comfort in moments of doubt or nervousness. A clear example was during the promotional interviews for B, where JUNGKOOK constantly looked to Taehyung, seemingly seeking reassurance before answering difficult questions. This pattern of mutual care and dependence isn't as prevalent in the group's other dynamics, which lends special significance to their relationship. The evolution of their bond has paralleled their growth as artists and individuals. While their relationship was initially more playful and full of youthful energy, over time we've seen it transform into a deeper, more mature connection. In their trainee days, they were both young, navigating a new world, and found fundamental support in each other. Over the years, that foundation has strengthened, becoming a pillar for both of them. In recent interviews, for example, their private conversations during live broadcasts reveal a level of complicity that can only be built through years of shared experiences. This natural evolution is a testament to the authenticity of their relationship, demonstrating that it's not something faked or planned, but a bond that has grown organically with them. The everyday details reveal much about the nature of their connection. In the Soup, for example, we saw them sharing food without any formality, Taehyung helping JUNGKOOK with simple tasks, or JUNGKOOK naturally sitting next to Taehyung in silence, simply enjoying his company. These moments, though they may seem insignificant, are actually very clear indicators of deep intimacy. The fact that they can share spaces in silence without discomfort, that they understand each other with minimal gestures, or that they instinctively care for one another, are concrete proof of a relationship that transcends the conventional. These interactions demonstrate that their connection doesn't depend on words or grand gestures, but on a mutual understanding that has been built over time.